Crawford calling out Canelo.
You know, I don't like that fight.
Why not?
I don't like that fight. It's just too much weight, you know. And he had a close fight with the last guy he fought, Terence, because this guy was big and he was awkward. He was really awkward. He shouldn't have fought that guy.
He's amazing, not just good. He's amazing. And
he said the same thing about you.
Thank you, Terence. But I think he should be in the book for
really? Is that good?
How to learn boxing, you know?
Really?
He's a very good fighter. Yeah, I like to watch his fights.
All right, Canelo versus Crawford is the boxing equivalent of showing up to a monster truck rally with a Tesla scooter. Yeah, it's sleek, it's efficient, it's built different, but bro, those tires don't care about your eco-friendly torque. And Tyson? He's basically standing outside the arena like the bouncer at a sketchy nightclub. Bud, I don't think you want to go in there. And he might be right.
Well, right now, fight me, help me make some money for my family. You know, these guys are too much ego. Yo, brother, help me make some money for my family. You know, Spence and Crawford fought. Thank you, brother. Now they went to both their separate banks. They're happy.
Crawford moving up that high is less legacy fight and more physics experiment gone wrong. Because here's the cold truth. This ain't about IQ, footwork, or slick southpaw switches. This is about mass, gravity, bone density, all the boring science teachers tried to drill into us while we doodled in the margins. Canelo at 168 isn't a boxer anymore. He's a walking construction site with gloves. But here's the catch.
Set your jab up.
Well, you know, you can set your jab up a lot of ways. You know, you can move your jab all the way around. You know, you want to touch the shoulders, you want to touch the hands. I'll feint, jab you, feint. You know what I mean? Get you to get used to doing this.
Yeah.
And then out the blue, feint the jab, throw the hook.
No matter what happens, the narrative gets messy. If Canelo wins, the internet yawns, weight bully, predictable. If he loses, oh, buddy Twitter, YouTube, and every barbershop in America will collectively combust. Crawford will be crowned Thanos with a mouthpiece, and Canelo, just another what-if story. So yeah, Tyson's warning ain't hate, it's wisdom. When the baddest man alive says don't buy the ticket, maybe that roller coaster ain't worth the ride.
Using the jab effectively, hard, the guy wouldn't have been able to come in because the guy was coming in because he wasn't worried about Canelo's jab. So he got more aggressive and he got brave. If he's not jabbing, he has no defense. If he's not going to jab, the guy's going to walk right in on him like he did.
Canelo without a jab is like Batman showing up without his utility belt. Yeah, he's still dangerous, but suddenly every fight feels like, how fast can you dial 911? Tyson wasn't giving advice, he was handing out survival tips. Use the jab, kid. Ain't a suggestion. It's basically the GPS route to not getting your face turned into a TikTok loop. Because let's be real, Bud Crawford doesn't just fight, he downloads you. 4 rounds in, and he's already cracked your operating system, deleted your best moves, and installed malware in your legs.
He used his jab. I was discussing with my wife. He's not using his jab. And then the next round, I saw him using his jab some, so his corner must have been telling him the same thing. And I believe if he used his jab, it would have been
If Canelo's not setting the distance with that jab, Crawford's gliding in like Smooth Criminal meets Grand Theft Auto, looting the whole house combo by combo. And the wild part? Once Bud smells weakness, it's over. The man turns into that one friend who asked to borrow your charger, and suddenly your AirPods, hoodie, and Netflix password are gone too. Canelo slips? That's not a mistake. That's Crawford's invitation to host a demolition party. So yeah, jab or get dragged. Tyson called it like it is. The jab ain't just a punch here, it's Canelo's life insurance policy. Without it, by round 8, Bud might be dancing on his highlight reel like it's the after party. Crawford's plan is basically audit the Bivol playbook like it's Harvard finals week, then try to speedrun Canelo before the size tax kicks in. But let's not kid ourselves, Bivol ain't just a little bigger. He's the kind of dude you look at and think, yeah, I better call my cousins before this turns into a problem. And those names floating around Caleb Plant, Berlanga, Callum Smith, that's not just a list of opponents, that's a welcome to 168 hazing ritual. Any one of them could give Bud problems on pure size and strength alone, no extra sauce needed. That's why this isn't some long-term Airbnb rental at super middleweight. Nah, Crawford's not unpacking bags, he's pulling a smash and grab straight heat style. The target? Canelo, the Mona Lisa of Mexican boxing, the crown jewel in the museum. But here's where it gets spicy. Bud doesn't care about physics, he cares about patterns, reactions, IQ. This man processes fights like 5G Wi-Fi, while most boxers still buffering on dial-up. He's not here to belong at 168. He's here to hack the system, glitch the boss level, and bounce before the bouncers catch him. Canelo may be the tank in the parking lot, but Crawford's rolling up like a grandmaster in gloves, already moving his queen across the board. And if he lands that checkmate, forget weight classes, we're talking legacy theft in broad daylight. If Bud Crawford locks into that groove, Canelo might as well start buffering mid-ring punches, hitting him from directions not even listed in the patch notes. That's why when Curmel Moton throws his stamp of approval on Bud, it's not fanboy energy. It's one assassin nodding at another like, yeah, you're built for this. Then here comes Jose Benavidez, tossing kerosene on the conversation like it's a backyard bonfire. Man said, Bud ain't tiptoeing into this fight, he's walking in like the cousin who grabs the barbecue tongs, pushes the uncle aside, and starts seasoning ribs like he owns the house. That's Bud's whole aura. No hesitation, no fear, just point me to the problem, I'll solve it. And Jose wasn't shy throwing shade either. He's basically calling out Canelo's recent opponents for pulling up like they just got snapped by Thanos before the fight even started. Already beat at the stare down, already shook before the bell. Bud, different breed. Dude walks in grinning, then downloads your entire fight style like he's scanning a QR code. Switch stance? Easy. Change tempo? Done. Adjust on the fly? He's rewriting the script while you're still stuck on the trailer. Benavidez calling him smart undersells it. This isn't just intelligence. Crawford's a full-blown boxing supercomputer that fights like it's got hands instead of algorithms. Count him out if you want, but don't be surprised when you miss history because you were the clown leaving the club before the DJ dropped the track everybody's still talking about. If Bud smells even a whiff of hesitation, it's curtains. That man feeds on fear like it's protein powder. Nervous fighters? Crawford flips them into live-action tutorials, how to dismantle an opponent in 12 easy steps. Canelo can't just walk in thinking raw power and heavy counters will solve it. He's gonna need a survival kit, patience, adaptability, and about 26 different backup plans. Because once Bud downloads your rhythm, it's game over. Fighting Crawford is like shadowboxing against your own reflection. Except the reflection punches harder, faster, and already knows your next move. That's not 4D chess, that's Bud playing intergalactic 5D on a board only he can see. But hold up, don't get it twisted. Canelo Alvarez isn't some one-trick boss battle waiting to be hacked. He's a highlight reel stitched together with patience, precision, and predator instincts. The man doesn't waste punches. He sets traps, lays bait, and pounces with a counter so clean it makes the arena gasp. His head movement, slippery, his body shots, the kind of gut checks that rearrange your weekend plan. And that composure, legendary. You never catch Canelo rattled. He stalks, he studies. He's the trap layer, the stalker, the guy who can make one counter feel like a freight train. He's been in with bigger, stronger men, and he knows how to slowly strip away confidence until all that's left is survival mode. So it's power versus IQ, predator versus problem solver. If Bud cracks the code early, it could be history. If Canelo forces his rhythm, it's demolition. Either way, this ain't just a fight, it's a legacy heist waiting to happen. So tell me, are you rocking with Bud's 5D chess brain or Canelo's tank-like power and patience? Drop those predictions, I'm reading everything. And yo, if you vibed with this breakdown, smash that like, share it with your fight fam, and let's keep this boxing talk cooking.